So first of all, I'm going to try pronounce your name good because for me it's also difficult. I would say it's Ondrej Balvin. Is that good or?
Yeah, it's Ondrej Balvin.
Ondrej Balvin. First question is a little bit about the whole Corona thing now in club wise. Training in the last few months was it difficult for to train in Spain, or is it still going on, the training?
Well, the situation right now is here that the league has to decide until the end of the May if we're gonna continue or not. They want to finish the season with tournament of 12 teams, and the last 4 teams they're already done. So we are right now on the 5th position, so we are still going.
Yeah.
And the situation is that that we are practicing. We are practicing every day, but we are practicing from home. We got our strength coach calling us through Skype, and we doing exercises with him every day from Monday till Friday from 11:30, usually 1 hour.
Yeah.
And so of course it's difficult. It's a little bit inconvenient, because you have to do it home, and not everybody's got space home to do all stuff. I don't have a big apartment, so I have to really work with small space, and also with my size, it's a little bit complicated.
Yeah.
But we trying to do the most of it. And the practices are not easy, He going hard on us. It's usually some circle workouts where we do push-ups, sit-ups. We do some slide movements. We got some equipment from the club also, so we can work, But it's not the same like if you were doing basketball.
And if we just go back to when you was a younger child, you were watching basketball, I think, on television or on.
Not really, because I'm not from basketball family. I'm not from sport family in general, and I didn't start play basketball until I was 10, so I really didn't know too much about basketball. Then I started looking on internet, seeing some videos of Michael Jordan, Shaq O'Neal, Kobe, these all kind of players. But when I was growing up, I had no idea about basketball.
Yeah, but do you have a particular hero in basketball, or is it just because you didn't grow up with it that you don't really have a hero into it?
Well, I don't have a real hero, or everybody would say. Maybe most people would say Michael Jordan, for example, like that. I have players I like. For me, one of the most favorite players is Dwight Howard, and also I really love Paul Gasol. This is guys when I was growing up. There are the most videos in the internet around them on my position, so I was always really enjoyed to looking on them.
You played with a lot of clubs. I saw you play 5 years for Real Betis. You played in Germany. Also, you were, as I say it good, Estudiantes you played for.
Yeah, for half season.
Is there one particular season that you have, or maybe a memory that you have that was the most beautiful memory in your basketball career so far?
I would say probably the last one in Sevilla, because we had good team. We didn't have too good team, but we had a good team enough. It was beside this season, it was my best season, and I really enjoyed that season a lot because we were winning most of the games home. That was necessary to maintain us in the competition, and I just had fun, because the year before there was a lot of struggling. I thought that I'm gonna leave the club, but in the end I extended, and it was a really good decision for me to stay.
And if we look into maybe it was on the World Cup, maybe it was in the seasons. If you have to pick one person that was your hardest player to defend, who was it?
I would say probably Alex Maric. When he was playing in Lokomotiv Kuban, that was my 4th season in Sevilla.
Yeah.
We played against them. I think that was Euro Cup top 16 or something like that. And that dude, that time, he was absolutely killing it. Like he had Nick Calates with him in Kuban, so they were amazing both together on the pick and roll. And Maric, he was like really huge, but he could move, that time, and he was scoring the buckets like crazy. So I remember the game, like he killed us, not just me, but
the whole team. Yeah.
Ty Williams, the other big guy. And I remember Ty when he was going to sit on the bench because he had like fifth foul. He just sit, and he was so mad. He was like, "Man, I cannot running around this big ass man. It's crazy." Like he was really big, and he was killing us.
And is that also? Of course, you have a lot of memories in basketball. But if you have to pick like the most funny one, can you tell us what was your most funny memory about basketball?
Oh, I got too many, but the problem is like I cannot tell them, because there's a lot of guys involved.
Yeah. But you have one maybe without anybody.
Yeah, I'm thinking like about if would be like on the court wise, it's probably like my best memory. That was 2 years ago in Gran Canaria when we achieved EuroLeague, when we won the 8 finals against Valencia. That was on the court in Valencia, and Gran Canaria, I think they didn't won there for last 10, 12 years. So it was something huge. Everybody went crazy, on the court. We were start celebrating. I remember Gal Mekel, he was doing their stars, like gymnastic, that was crazy. That was probably like my most amazing moment.
Yeah, because you could see that the crowd was really waiting for that moment for so many years. And
yeah, exactly. And the odds were against us like completely, and we had really like crazy situations. We went to overtime on free throws because there were free throws. We missed one.
Yeah.
And we were fighting for the rebound. I was fighting for the rebound, and one of the players of Valencia, he catched the ball, but without any reason, he just let the ball go and he kicked it. He kicked the ball to go to the side of the bounce, and from the side of the bounce we got another 2 free throws, and we forced overtime. So and then in the overtime
you took it,
like crazy sequence.
So the whole situation make it even more special because of the overtime, because of that you was in lost position already.
Exactly. Like the last 2 minutes, I would say, last 2 minutes of the regular game. That was insane. We had really tough three. We had some shots you wouldn't normally hit, and then the free throws that was great because in the free throws you got the pressure. If you miss them, it's end of the season. If you make them, we continue and we go to overtime. So I cannot imagine for Gal Mekel, the guy who was shooting the free throws.
The pressure that was in his head. Yeah. I have like 5 dilemmas for you. You can say yes or no. You can also skip one if you don't want to answer. So there is like an exit. They're not too heavy. They're not too heavy, I promise. And afterwards, you can also, if you want, explain one of them. Okay. So the first one I have is, I am one of the best players of the Czech Republic in the last 10 years.
Yes.
Yes. I prefer rebounds over assists.
Definitely.
Yeah. I play at least 5 more years of basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I see Spain as my second home.
No, I would say that it's almost my home, more than Czech Republic.
Okay. So it's your first home actually, though, after all these years.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last one, and already thinking of what you told before in the interview, I think I already know the answer. Shaquille O'Neal is the best center in basketball history.
Tough choice. I cannot. I'm gonna exactly. That's the question. I'm gonna skip, and I'm gonna just explain why after.
Yeah. No. Well, this was already the 5 dilemmas.
Okay. So the last question. I would say it's really tough to compare. Because you got so many great players in the past, and the times were different. Like you can easily say Bill Chamberlain is probably, by statistics, definitely is the best one. But the competition he played against, I cannot say if it was the same level as Shaquille O'Neal was playing, but they changed so many rules for Wilt, so he cannot dominate. They didn't do the same for Shaq. And they saying that like what I read about Wilt, they saying that he was really like freak of nature, that he was really fast, he was so athletic. So it's and he was really strong. So this is really like hard to say. So I would say you cannot say who's the best center of all the time.
This
You
was
just
one of
can
the best.
always like take from some certain period. You can take the best players. That's in general. Like if you say if it's MJ better than LeBron or Kobe, I'm just saying depends on what from what stand you're taking it, but it's really difficult to compare them if they don't play against each other in their primes, and it's really hard to answer for that.
Okay, then I have like a final question. Do you have to say something to maybe the young children that play basketball now and that they have the dream to become a basketball player?
Well, of course, this is not easy. It's not easy way. It's gonna be always a lot of discipline. A lot of hard work. I can say for my example, until 15 years old, I was really bad. I was just tall guy who could catch some rebound. He could block some shot. But I was really I wasn't coordinated. I couldn't really run good. And in my last 2-3 years, between 15 to 18, like when you're finishing the junior age, I really developed into one of my best players of my generation. And that's the thing, like you can work hard as much as you can, and sometimes you're always gonna have somebody better who is it. But that's part of it. But it doesn't mean that that if somebody's better in one part, you're gonna be better in the 6 other aspects of the game. It's just about to have great time. If you feel that's something you want to pursue, definitely go for it. It's not easy, but if you're gonna work hard, maybe you're gonna be lucky in the end, and you can make it pro.
Well, okay, then I'd like to thank you for the little time you had for me.
I enjoyed it.